Are you really a virgin? I'm disappointed about it too. Bro, what if I meet them? Like, what if I literally meet them and I'm fumbling the bag right now and I don't even know it? Okay, wait. Ow, that hit my head. My ear. Ow. Ow. To that, I say hello. How are we? Clearly, I'm not. I'm gonna be feeling that for the next 10 years because that's how much longer I'm gonna live after that. Because when I get really obsessed with people, okay, wait. I love watching Q&As. I feel like when I really like somebody, I like want to know, is this obsessive? Okay, I like watching them because I'm like, oh my god, I feel like closer to you because I know more about you, and this is sounding really creepy. I have my mini mic. It's been gone for a minute because I lost the stupid adapter because Apple wants to take all my money as if it doesn't already have all my money. Because I'm using my phone, I needed something to like screenshot the pictures. So I'm using my iPod. I'm shocked this thing's still turned on. This is gonna be a mix of like assumptions. I went on TikTok and was like, hey, what would you assume about me off this picture? On my community thingy on YouTube and then on my Instagram. Let me get the basics out of the way. My name is Kelsey. I hate saying my name out loud. I'm 20 and I'm in college and I go to community college. Most amount of crushes that you've had at the same time. So I've actually only liked one person in my entire life. His name is CJ. I think he's in the military. I actually don't know. I haven't seen him since I was like 14. He's the only person I've liked. And then like one day I remember I went to school and I was just like, I don't like you anymore. Nothing wrong with him. I actually don't know what it was. And I haven't liked anyone since. High school, there were times I like tried to force myself to like people. I felt like there was something wrong with me because I wasn't having crushes and all my friends wouldn't shut the fuck up. But I'm kidding. But like people like people and I'd be like, oh, who do you like? And I'm like, nobody. And then there was a rumor that I like girls, and that confused me even more because then I was like, fuck, they might be onto something. Because if we're talking about fictional people and people I'll never meet in my life, I'm like crazy in the way that I don't even want to say my celebrity crushes out loud because I'm like, bro, what if I meet them? Like, what if I literally meet them and I'm fumbling the bag right now and I don't even know it? I think Dallas Liu is one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen. AO3 recommendations. Beth, I have a feeling you don't need my recommendations. Did you have embarrassment about posting videos when you first started? Do you still feel it? My first video I posted was like in 2014 on my old email account that was like linked to my mom's phone. I vividly remember my mom calling me into her room and being like, what is this? Not even like mad at me. She was just like, what is this? And it was a YouTube video I posted of how to do a middle part. And it was me with my hair straightened as fuck teaching you how to do a middle part. And that shit wasn't even in the middle. I think it was on the side, and I deleted that swiftly. I used to post like my dub smashes like on my YouTube channel, hoping that it would be put in like those dub smash compilations. I need to be put down. And then I had a faceless YouTube channel in 2020 because I had a violent fear of being perceived. Also, I went to a school where like I could not do shit without going to school the next day and people being like, I saw this. Like I'd post an Instagram picture, I'd post on my Snapchat story and someone would be talking about it like when I got to school. Like you could not do anything in peace. I think because I stopped caring about everything, because I cared about things to the point where it was debilitating. Like I literally wouldn't even like, I would breathe and then I would like freak out about the way I was breathing and I start like hyperventilating, and my parents would get mad at me because I had really bad self-esteem. After like I hit like that point that I had like an epiphany of like, we all die. If someone cares so much about like me posting a video on an app, that is not my problem. And so no, I think that was the question. No, I don't feel any embarrassment. What's the highest screen time you've had in a day? Probably like 9 hours. There was a point it was like 30 minutes a day, but that was like sophomore year when I was depressed. And I would get home and I would just like power off my phone and throw it in a drawer. I edit on my phone, so that's also why. If I didn't do that, I think it could be maybe like 5 hours. What's your ethnicity? I'm Kenyan. Both of my parents are from Kenya. I think I look Kenyan, but also I have no perception of what I look like, so I don't even, but a lot of people think I'm Nigerian or Sudanese. Are you really a virgin? Yes, the rumors are true. I am a Virgo. I'm disappointed about it too. I'm gonna do a couple assumptions. You've never been broken up with. That is interesting. I mean, you're right, I haven't. But I also have never dated anybody, so that's 100% success rate, I guess. African and listens to alternative music. Sapphic tendencies, but mostly crushes on boys, but has never been in a real relationship. Jesus Christ. Why'd you read me like that? What the? You look chaotic, but in a fun way. I hope when I first meet people, their impression of me is always bad because I don't speak, and then a couple months later, oh, what was your first impression of me? It's like, I thought you hated me, or I like thought you were really mean, or da-da-da-da. And I'm like, but why? And they're like, because you didn't say anything, or you didn't talk, or you have a really bad RBF. And I'm just like, guys, what if I just had nothing to say? I think if I just stood around with a big ass smile on my face, that would be creepy. If I just like all the time, that's not inviting. I think you're gonna kill me and my family. Favorite K-pop group and least fave. Ooh. So you want me to die, don't you? I'll tell you my first ever group. It was like in 2016 on the automatic play shuffle. Fucking Blood, Sweat, and Tears came on, and I was just like, my first group that I would say I was a stan of, IOI, but when I found them, it was like a month before they disbanded, so I was like, what the fuck? Kristen? Oh my god. Boy group? I mean, I guess it was BTS, but I wasn't a stan. I think that was like the first group I found. 101? What's up with me in the fucking temporary groups? I loved them though. I loved them. Probably GOT7 and NCT Dream. Right now, I really don't know. I feel like K-pop's kind of in shambles right now. Like, I got on Twitter and I was like, ooh, let me. And I spilled my coffee all over my bed. Yes. What made you start a YouTube channel? Everything I do is for my 10-year-old self, and I think it's something I've always wanted to do in the back of my head. Not I think, it is. But the thing that stopped me was like my fear of being perceived by others, and also growing up, I never saw anybody who looked like me on YouTube doing what I liked to watch. Honestly, growing up, I did not watch lifestyle videos. I watched Markiplier, CDawgVA. I did not, and like animation was mine. Something else YT, that was my shit. It was when I transferred schools in middle school and went to the school I went to until junior high, I had like 12 kids. Like, I think at max one point I had 20 kids in my grade. For a majority, it was like 12, 14. And then, so I went to a bigger school in junior high, so that when I went to high school, I had social skills with people that weren't the other 11 that I've been with my whole life. And it was when I went there that shit was weird. It was weird there. It was pretty big. I need to grow the fuck up. It was there, I remember going to school one day, and this one girl was talking about Emma Chamberlain, and I was like, who is that? And then I went home and I fell down the rabbit hole of teenage girl. It was then when I started like watching lifestyle people, and I really did like it. And then I gained consciousness and realized that like, oh, like nobody I watch like looks anything remotely like me. And it was then that I was like, okay, I guess I can't do YouTube. That's when like the dream like officially died, because like nobody, I'm like, well, there must be a reason that nobody who looks like me does this, because we can't. That is so depressing. It really sealed the deal when that whole dote thing happened, when that like app that would take people to like these crazy trips invited like people of color, and they were given the worst rooms. Like, they took them to like Coachella, and like they had to sleep on the couch or something. Took them to Fiji and like didn't take photos of them. That really sealed the deal for me, for my 15-year-old brain. I was like, damn, that must be I guess we can't do this. I've always been like really obsessed with YouTube. Like my parents would yell at me. There were people who looked like me who did YouTube, but they were like streamers, and like they did things in like a specific niche, not like lifestyle. And so in my head I'm like, oh, do people who look like me just not live life? It's like when you watch like romance and nobody looks like you, you're just like, do I not experience love, or am I not lovable, or am I not, like, can I not be a love interest? It's like that shit gets depressing. Like when TikTok became a thing, so many people, like, I think that gave so many people of color like a platform, and then they could like build off of that. So then for a while I was like, damn, like, let me just be a TikToker. That really wasn't in the cards for me because my account did get deleted the other day. So in the arms of the angel. Maybe that was God saying no. Top 3 music artists. Keshi, off the dome. That's actually all I got off the, like, that. He has always been, I'm always striving to be in like the top 0.003%. I really like this guy I found on Instagram named RC Avenue. Do you have any advice that you've been given or that someone has given that helped push you to do the uncomfortable things in life? We all die. Nothing comes from being comfortable. If you really want to do something, you have to get over the uncomfortable part. For me, it was literally just being seen by others because I hated it. Just because I like live every damn time I walk into a room, like, people stare at me and I can't tell if it's because I'm black or it's because I look weird. Probably both, but just like nobody cares about you as much as you think. Kind of in a fucked up way when like people say things about me now, or like I would hear something, or like just something, like say someone comments something about me that was like negative, it doesn't get to me because nothing you can type is worse than I've told myself, in a way that's really bad, but also it brings me comfort. What are your goals in YouTube or just in general? I actually don't have even my friends will ask me this and I'm like, bitch, to be honest, I think I kind of reached my goal. My goal was literally like to do it. In my head, it was like, know how much I will hate myself if I never tried, when I'm like, and if I look back at my life when I'm like 30 or even like 25 or 26 or whatever, I know how much I would hate myself for not trying, because the thing that made me not even start for so long was just like what people were gonna say. So in a way, I kind of already reached my goal, which was like posting my first video, because posting a video for so long, I thought I'd press like the upload button and then like the world would explode. When that didn't happen, I was like, oh, I'm whoa, that's crazy, like I didn't disintegrate. I'm like, this is really low-key deep. The way that when I was younger, I couldn't go on YouTube and be like, oh my god, I look up to this person because like yada yada yada, and it's really nice to look at to see someone who looks like me. There were, but they were in it like a niche. The only lifestyle vlogger that I saw was Kiana Naomi. I think if I had a goal, it'd probably be that, for like people younger than me to be able to like see a person who looks like them and be like, oh my god, like I can actually relate to you. It's like so unbelievably comforting to see someone who looks like you, and like in like the little ways where you feel so seen. And I'm gonna shut up because I could easily start crying and I don't want to do that. What's your most embarrassing story? When I think embarrassing, I'm thinking like, oh my god, I walked out of the bathroom and there was shit on my foot. But like, this is like less embarrassing, more like made me want to crawl in a hole and die. So I guess embarrassing. When I was in grade 12, I was like, you know what? I'm done never getting asked to dances. If you want shit to get done, you have to do it yourself. There was a guy in my grade who, we were pretty good friends, I think, in middle school. But then, like, high school started and then, like, I never saw him again. Became, like, kind of friends again, like, during the summer about to go in to grade 12. And so I was like, I'll ask him. Like, bro, like... And so I asked him, and because everything on this planet has to be done on Snapchat. I texted him and was like, hey, and he said no. That only like causes me physical pain because I just remember my friends being like, girl, you're hot as fuck. You don't know if any guy said no to you, they're an idiot. Like, who would ever say no to you? And I'm like, hell yeah, like who would say no to me? I forgot we're not on the same playing field. That's a great place to end this. Please stay delusional. Like and subscribe. Do your taxes. Bye.